Here it is, finally, the chicken and waffles, what I wanted. This is so good, motherfucker. So good. I tried to get it last night, and they don't serve it after a breakfast stops at 11. So I checked out an hour early from the hotel, and I had the bellhop hold my bags. And I got over here, and I was going to get it, but my credit promo thing, they said they weren't seeing it. And I have a feeling I know why. I gambled enough to get upgraded to their fire level, their third tier of gambling, like 36,000 gambled. That's what it was. But they cycle it by 3 months. So the first time I came out here a couple of months ago, I was counting on it, and it's washed out. It's changed, and now I'm back to being a water member instead of a fire member. So their level of courtesy dipped appreciably. Because I had the player's card, and they printed me a new one, the fire card and everything. And they were like, and then you could tell people changed when I had the fire card. But the promo was in the computer, and I argued with them, and they called the rewards place, like, oh, yep, here it is. So, chicken and waffles is 16. I'll be getting a Guinness beer. Hey, man, I just want the chicken, a water. Yeah, I'm ready. A water, the chicken and waffles, and you have Guinness draft beer?
Guinness, I can check for you.
Yeah.
And then if not, what would you like?
Something dark and heavy.
I think it's
Something that goes with chicken and waffles.
So the Guinness, right?
Yeah. Guinness goes with chicken and waffles. And it's good. I had it before. It's a boneless breast, maple battered chicken breast, powdered sugar, and a waffle with berries and whipped cream and butter and cinnamon maple syrup. Now, it's my birthday month. It's July 1st. So 1, I have additional hotel credits. 2,
No, we have Guinness. No, not Guinness, sorry. IPA Lagunitas. I don't know what those are.
that's fine. Yeah, that's a strong beer.
The Guinness first.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I was ready. I came for that dish specifically. That's what I got last time, and I stayed all night. So that's why I was fire. Remember, I stayed all night, and late at night, we were just me and the dealer. We were doing fast hands, like shh, shh, shh. And I was gambling, son. I was throwing $100 stacks and shit, and just flagrantly counting, and no one cares. I don't have the balls to go big, so when the count runs positive, professionals, big time car counters, they'll bet huge. They'll piddle around with $10, $15 bets until the count's positive, and they'll throw $500 bets. No, I go from $15 to $30. You have to have an extreme differential for counting to actually, I'm up, but you have to wait for a positive count and bet 10 times your bet when the count is positive, and minimum bet, or in this one I've been doing a lot, I've been getting away with it, backing off. When I see the count runs negative, I count my chips, I count the cash in my wallet, get up from the table and get on my cell phone. I pass a couple of hands and I pay attention to the count where the dead hands are running. And if the count stays negative or goes further negative, I'd get up from the table and leave. Like, I won't play a shoe that has a negative count. And I think it's having an effect. Mathematically speaking, it would. And as far as whether or not my play is accurate, I'm making sure my play is accurate. It doesn't always get me. I did make a judgment call last night. There was one time where the count interfered with the end, like it said to hit, and I stood anyway, and I got the win because of it. But the count was starting to get negative, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to get the 10. When the count's negative, you're statistically less likely to get the 10, which is important because if you're doing double downs on 11 and shit, if you don't get the 10, you're in trouble. But if the count's real positive, then the chance the 10 is going to come is much higher.
This one.
Fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you.
Sounds like they go well together, right?
Yeah.
So my lunch is chicken and waffles, and I will be gambling my ass off. I got $100 of slot play, free because it's my birthday month, $100 in table chips, and I've got nearly 1,000 in chips on me. And it's Sunday, or no, excuse me, it's Monday, and it's dead out there, and I like it when it's dead so I can focus. So we are going to do a major tour of gambling, and then, including $100 in slot play. And I played some slots yesterday. I'm not a slot guy, but I'm like, I want to see the flashy lights go, yeah, and blew like $100, but I was up so much. But today I get to do $100 in the slots, and I don't have to worry about, it's just free money. But the whole thing is they play on addiction. They play on getting you going and then keeping you going, which is technically what I did yesterday. Playing the slots, you're not supposed to do that. Slots are not a good, I'm a good gambler. Slots are not a good gamble. I put a 20, a 50, some 10s, a 5. I put money in the machine. I shouldn't have done that. But I was sitting there playing like, I want to see a big win. I want to see a fucking, free spins and a big thing. But you're not supposed to do that. And I'm pretty good about that. But gambling's gambling. And that they know, and they play on your emotions. But I'm pretty good about being chased and not blowing off the money and not chasing money. So I'm up 300-400, not much. Hold on. Still got my money. I got the bellhop looking after my bag, so we'll find the bag. Look at this. I got black and green on that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 700 in black. $150, that's $850. And with the green, and another 20, $870. Then I got my promotional shit for the month. $100, 970 chips on me. Now these, you can't trade for cash, you have to gamble them. So it's not like it's money in hand. But when you gamble them, you win real money. So, and I'm every intention of going out there and gambling, so. I even saved a little bit. I got a 50-cent voucher. 1, 50, 2, 50, 20, 40, 60, 80. I want 350, 370, 80, 90, 400, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 410, 414. And lunch is free. I got a $25 credit, and I'm ordering $16 in food and a beer, which will be like $7, $8, $9. So pretty much nearly free, except I have to give this dude a tip. But when your bill's $0, you can tip like $3. And it's been occurring to me, if I'm so chased, the thing is with me and addiction is I'm an old soldier that's done it all and seen it all, and I'm not susceptible to anything. I can do heroin if I want to. I'm okay. I'm not gonna fucking wig out. For those that track that fiasco, I don't have a tripod with me. I cannot get a good angle. I didn't even bring this box, and I meant to, because there was a club night. Saturday night was a club night. They have a club here, and they had dancing and shit, and a DJ and the whole nine. And I was going to do it, but then I had food, and I had fish and chips and shit, and didn't bother. I went and looked at it and was like, nah, I'm going to get some food and go back to the room and watch Game of Thrones on the big TV. That's what I did. Does this count as demonetized? It's a beer, fuckers. I'm eating beer and waffles. I'm like, you're total European. This is straight Holland style. So, we all saw my count before the final day of gambling. We saw my count. It was, what, $414 in cash? $970 in chips. So we'll be able to tell how well I do today. And I'm exactly what they're looking for right now. Someone on a mission like, I'm going to go gamble my ass off and make a bunch of money. That's exactly what they want. But $100 that has to be gambled. And I have separate from all that, I got $100 in slot play. Plus some comps and shit. And it occurred to me, like, this is one hotel, one casino. There's a bunch of these Indian casinos. This is Saboba. I know Pachanga and Morongo. I know those two. And I think there are a couple of more. And if they're given 2 nights free in a hotel at this one, if there's 6 of them, and each of them give 2 nights free, that's 12 nights in a hotel, and you can pull shit like this. Like, I could show up, I could have my scheduled check-in the next day and show up at 10 p.m. and gamble all night, which is exactly what they want. Like, if I expanded my range and did like a 300-mile circle, I probably could get enough hotels that I could literally go from one to the other every day, like, and never not be in a hotel, and never not. And I could, my secondary bike, my new bike, has good luggage. I could set it up to where I have a good mobile kit, and I do have my laptop with me and shit. That's why I had the bellhop watch. And I got this free fan for showing up too. This their reward gift. They had this big, giant, heavy fan. Not heavy, a tall, 4 foot tall, 3 foot tall tower fan. And I was like, that's pretty good. And my fans at the house are dinky. They're little bitty things. So, no, that's like $50. And the bellhop's watching it too. Apparently they have gifts every Sunday. I might come next weekend. I'm not going to packing up the laptop next time. I was only on it for 2 hours, although I did play a match of StarCraft and won on ladder, and I did some emails, some research, and I released a video and did the clerical work for that, so I did do some work. And we were talking about that this morning at the checkout too. She asked me for one of the receipts, for tax purposes and stuff. And I'm like, well, look, yes, I can write stuff like this off because I make video, and that's part of work. But there's no point because it was free. And I had it frigid in there too. It was 69 degrees to be a dick. And he had the Guinness. Guinness is a very heavy, dark, but smooth and creamy beer. And I like it. But whenever I drink beer, it's always with food. I'm not the type of alcoholic that can just drink at all. I learned how to count cards when I was like 12. I always dreamed about it. I was like, I understand the concept, and I understand the math and statistics. Now here I am, and I just don't have the big balls necessary when I see the count swing positive, I go from like $15 to $30. Yo, that's neat. Thank you very much.
Can I offer you anything else?
That's it. Thank you. And you're supposed to do it big. You're supposed to go from like $15 to $500 when the count's positive. So you're betting huge when the count is positive. But I'm kind of half-assing it where I just stop betting when the count's negative and only bet when it's positive and go up a little bit, but not huge. But I think if I did that big swing, I'm using my chips to count too, like as a placeholder. I think if I did that, if they could see me swinging the bets that wild, they back me off. But I'm kind of half-assing it. I'm just playing responsibly, which is much closer to real gambling. And statistically, they're going to have an edge. I'm just being lucky. Let's look at this masterpiece. Fried chicken, berries, a big waffle. Look at the syrup. Maple cinnamon syrup. Just, and strawberries. Very breakfasty. I just had some weed. And I'm going to put the rest of this under there on the waffle itself. So, I got to get busy recreating.